Okay, starting with number 16, it says the coordinates of point X on segment PQ such that the ratio of PX to XQ is 3 to 1 is blank. So saying you have a segment right here, it's breaking it up into a 3 to 1 ratio, and it wants to know where that point would be. So here there's actually 12 units total. If we were to break it up into 4 equal parts, every 3 units, it would be broken up. And then breaking this up into a 3 to 1 ratio, we'd have 3 parts and 1 part. And then point X should be right here. You won't always be able to break it up into even pieces like that, so I'm going to also go over the equation method to figure this out as well. So we have our ratio 3 to 1, and what we're going to do is like crisscross this, put the 1 with the -5 and the 3 with the 7, and then we're going to use an equation. So we're going to do 1 times -5 plus 3 times 7, and then we're going to divide it by the total parts. So there's 4 total parts. And then this will give you an exact number. So 1 times -5 is -5 plus 3 times 7, 21, divided by 4. We get 16 divided by 4, which is 4. So that is where point X is, and where it breaks it up into a ratio of 3 to 1. Okay, the next one is very similar. They just didn't give us a picture to work with. So zooming in here, so we have more clarity here. It says on a number line, point S is located at -3 and T is located at 9. I'm going to quickly just sketch out a number line. Point S here at -3, point T here at 9. Where is point R located on ST if the ratio from SR to RT is a 3 to 4 ratio? So just like before, I'm going to take the ratio 3 to 4, and I'm going to crisscross it like this. Okay, and I'm going to do 4 times -3 plus 3 times 9, and then divide it by 3 plus 4 is 7 total parts. Okay, and I can just solve this. -12 plus 27 over 7, and just continue solving here. And this would be 15 over 7. When I look at these answer choices, I notice there is a 15 over 7. I might make sure that these aren't correct. If I was to simplify this, 7 goes into 15 2 times. There's 1 left over. 2 and 1/7 would be the mixed number. That's not there either. So D is our correct answer. Okay, the next one, it says Alonzo plans to go to an animal shelter to adopt a dog and then take the dog to Precious Pup Grooming Services. The shelter is located at -19 on the coordinate plane, while Precious Pup is located here. Find the location of Alonzo's home if the ratio of the distance to his shelter to his home to the distance of his home to Precious Pup Grooming is 1 to 2 ratio. I'm going to need a little bit more space than it has here. We're going to use the same process. However, now that we have coordinates, we have to do it twice. So we're going to do the same process, but we're going to do it separately for the x's and the y's. And we're going to get an x coordinate and a y coordinate. So for the x's, we have -1 and 11. So imagine like on a number line, -1 and 11. And then our ratio is a 1 to 2 ratio. And so we're going to crisscross it again like this. And we'll get 2 times -1 plus 1 times 11. And then divide it by the total parts, 3 total parts, 1 plus 2. And we'll solve it here. So 2 times -1, -2, plus 11 over 3. So we get 9 over 3. And so our answer here for the x coordinate is going to be 3. Oh, I didn't realize that wasn't in the screen. Sorry. Okay, so our x coordinate is going to be 3. So I just solved this here and got 3. So we got that. And now we need our y coordinate. So same thing. We're going to do this in the same order. Notice how I did this to this. Our y now is 9 and 0. So even though this is kind of backwards on a number line, I'm going to keep it consistent because I did -1 to 11. So then our ratio to 1 to 2 ratio, and then crisscross it, and then I'll have 2 times 9 plus 1 times 0 over the total parts, which is 3. 18 plus 0 over 3. 18 divided by 3 is 6. So y equals 6. So in our coordinate, this is what we got. 3, 6. So the location of the home is at 3, 6. Okay, and then it says find the coordinates of A if M is at 6, -1, is the midpoint of AB, and B has the coordinates of this. So A, we don't know. The midpoint is 6, -1. B is at 8, -7. We need to find the coordinates for A. Okay, so since this is the middle, this is going +2 this way. So to find A, we would just need to go the opposite direction, same distance. So this would then be 4. And then here, we're going down 6 minus 6, so we need to go up 6 this way. So this would be 5. And then this is the coordinates of point A, the missing endpoint. Okay, next one, it says find the measure of YZ. Y is the midpoint of XC. So if Y is the midpoint, these two are then equal in length. So we can set them equal to solve for X. Just going to solve here. 12 equals 4x plus 4 minus 4. 8 equals 4x. X equals 2. However, it doesn't ask for what x is. It asks for what the measure of yz is right here. So yz, we have to plug 2 into this equation. 3 times 2 plus 4. And that is 10. Yz equals 10. The next one, it says find the y coordinate of point M, the midpoint of AB. So we have A at -3, 3, B at 5, 7. For the midpoint, we need to find the middle number of each of these values. It says find the y coordinate. So this is actually what it's looking for the multiple choice. The middle of the x values, -3 and 5, you can just add up those values and divide by 2. So we get 1 here, and then the middle of 3 and 7. It's going to be 5. If you couldn't do it in your head, you just add the values up, divide by 2, and you get 5. So 5 is our answer, because it asks for the y coordinate. Okay, and last one on the page, it says points A and B are plotted on a number line at -4 and 3, respectively. Find the coordinate of the point that represents the weighted average of A and B. A has a weight of 2 and B has a weight of 5. Okay, so I'm just going to draw a little picture here. We got -4 and 3, and so this would be point A, this would be point B. Find the coordinate of the point that represents the weighted average of A and B. Point A has a weight of 2, so like imagine 2 blocks here. B has a weight of 5. And we need like the balance point here. So just based on this, I know the balance point is going to be closer to 3 over here just based on that weight. But the equation for this is we have 2 weights here. We're going to do 2 times -4 plus 5 weights, 5 times 3 over the total weights, which 2 plus 5, 7 total weights. And then we can solve this. 2 times -4 is -8 plus 15 over 7. Let's see, we get 7 over 7, which equals 1. Okay, so the balance point here is going to be at 1. And that's how we do that one.